Azúcar. El azúcar causa diabetes, obesidad y todo tipo de problemas metabólicos. De hecho, muchos doctores piensan que el azúcar debería de considerarse legalmente veneno. El azúcar es altamente adictiva. En promedio, consumimos por año 100 kilogramos de azúcar o más. Además, el azúcar está escondida de muchas formas en la mayoría de alimentos. Hay muchas maneras ocultas de poner azúcares en nuestros alimentos.
Déjame decirte un secreto de cómo administrar un restaurante. Pon azúcar tanto como sea posible. Si no lo haces, el negocio del lado lo hará y te robará el negocio.
Vamos a bombardear con azúcar. Cuando consumimos grandes cantidades de azúcar, un tercio de esta es digerida y absorbida en la sangre, causando diabetes y obesidad. Un tercio es desechado. Pero otro tercio de estos azúcares no es absorbido ni desechado, permanece en forma de caramelo y se pegan en las membranas del intestino. A medida que pasa el tiempo, esto se vuelve más y más duro, más y más grande. Este caramelo tóxico se convierte en grandes piedras venenosas. Médicamente se llama heces petrificadas. Otra basura tóxica también se mezcla junto con este caramelo y se queda ahí casi permanentemente. Aquí trillones de malas bacterias proliferan, causando muchas enfermedades. Especialmente la piel, sin excepción, sufre muchos problemas a causa de este caramelo tóxico. Sin embargo, las personas que piensan que no tienen estreñimiento, en realidad también tienen su intestino cargados de muchas heces de este tipo sin saberlo. Frecuentemente, una persona puede tener hasta 20 kilogramos. A partir de esto, las toxinas salen siempre las 24 horas. Los parásitos que viven ahí fácilmente podrían desarrollar un cáncer.
この人なんか特にそうですけどね。もう便が本当に、いや、真っ黒じゃなくて便がね、べったりべったりとくっついてるようなね、非常に悪い腸素なんです。
Es imposible mantenerse saludable lleno de estas heces petrificadas en el vientre. Por lo tanto, usted debe hacer de desintoxicación regularmente. Pero el problema es que en la actualidad la gente realiza métodos de desintoxicación muy peligrosos y absurdos. Algunos inducen artificialmente la diarrea. Estos laxantes son adictivos y crean un hábito. Se tiene que usar cada vez más seguido hasta que ya no hay movimiento intestinal sin usar una gran cantidad de laxante. El enema que se realiza inyectando gran cantidad de líquido por el recto y el colon a menudo irritan las membranas de los intestinos. Pero nuestro producto, el leotin calimera, es 100% natural a base de apio. Absolutamente seguro. Incluso cuando se utiliza en gran cantidad y durante mucho tiempo, no es adictivo ni crea dependencia. En los tribunales imperiales antiguos de China, el apio se utilizó como elmentic vermicides que elimina los parásitos intestinales como los gusanos redondos. El apio diluye estas piedras tóxicas ayudándolas a salir del cuerpo. El apio es tan fuerte que los parásitos se desechan fuera del cuerpo junto con estas piedras tóxicas, realizando un efecto seguro de desintoxicación. Mi compañía Eastwood es fabricante de Eleutin, productos naturales número 1 del mundo para el control de la glucosa de la sangre. Eastwood tiene la aprobación de las autoridades canadienses para la utilización de esta frase. Mi compañía desarrolló la fórmula moderna de este antiguo secreto de China como resultado de la cooperación con la Universidad de Tsinghua y la Academia de Estudios Superiores. Garantizo que usted puede experimentar un vientre más plano y condición de piel totalmente diferente al día siguiente.
Garantizo que usted puede experimentar un vientre más plano y una condición de piel totalmente diferente al día siguiente.
Les saluda el Dr. Young-Soo Kim, CEO de Eastwood Biomedical Research Inc. Gracias por su tiempo y espero haya entendido mi pobre español. Mi compañía Eastwood es fabricante de Eleutin, productos naturales número 1 del mundo para el control de la glucosa de la sangre. Eastwood tiene la aprobación de las autoridades canadienses para la utilización de esta frase.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Health Forum. My name is Carl Messina, and with me today is Dr. Young-Soo Kim, who is a PhD with MIT in economics and is also the CEO of Eastwood Biomedical Companies. Welcome, Dr. Kim. How are you today?
Hi, you look fine.
Good. I'm trying to be fine. I'm trying to get better every single day.
That's great. So you like the expression carpe diem? Everywhere you just use that phrase, carpe diem.
Yes. As a matter of fact, when my father had come down with cancer,
I see.
7, 8 years before he passed on, he wrote on the dashboard of his car, carpe diem.
I see.
I didn't know what it was, and then he told me what it was. It meant seize the day. So I try to do that every single day that I live.
I like it very much. Actually, it's quite biblical in the sense that, in my interpretation of the Bible, God wants us to do best in one day, every day in one day. Then, long story, big picture, He's going to take care of. We just take care of every single day. That's the unit of our care, our focus. Don't think too big.
Yes, one day at a time. That's how we live. That's how we live.
Yeah, and as an Asian, I feel sorry to raise this issue because this Elvis Presley,
Yes,
American icon, right? American people really love him, right?
Yes, there's no question about it. He died August 16th, 1977.
Yeah, you look already dead, but some people still argue that he's still alive.
I don't know about that, but I pretty much got my doubts on him being alive. But he was definitely an icon. He was the best at what he did.
Yeah, but the sad thing is, this year, around July or immediately before July, the true cause of his death is revealed by his personal doctor. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. So, his true cause of death was sealed by the family, and then it is finally opened, and then this news came out, and then you will be shocked. So, because I know how much American people love this guy, I feel sorry to reveal this story. He died of constipation. Did you know that?
Constipation. Because there was all kinds of talk about him dying of drugs and all kinds of stuff.
No. He died a very severe. It is very difficult to describe the gore details, but his autopsy reveals that he had full of almost 30 pounds of compact feces, 4 months old. 4 months.
4 months old.
Yeah.
They had listed him as having had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And
so
there was a lot of comments about drugs, being involved.
Heart attack happened because when you are pushing on the toilet, pushing the bowel movement, and then it presses up the very important oxygen transporting artery to the heart. So that's how his heart attack started, actually. So he pressed the artery at the same time, and then the oxygen supply to the heart was stopped, and then that's how he had a heart attack. So sad.
Sad. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then another thing was that his colon, his large intestine, was almost 3 times longer than the average. Do you know that when you have a constipation, people, in order to prompt the bowel movement, they use force, right? More than ordinary people, right? So
yes.
Yeah, and then this large intestine colon is a very soft organ. So you keep pushes, it becomes longer and longer and longer. And the basic function of colon or large intestine is it reabsorbs water. It reabsorbs water from the feces to reuse in the body. But think about it. If you make the intestine longer, more time to absorb the water, right? So constipation is kind of it creates its own vicious cycle. Once you have a constipation, if you push, the large intestine becomes longer and longer, then it has more time to absorb water. The constipation becomes more and more severe.
Well, wouldn't it also thin out the membrane to the intestine?
Yeah. And then it hurts the membrane. The people don't know, but the protective membrane of this lower intestine, the large intestine, is always has a cut, wounds, and inflammation. So basically, what's more important is to prevent this injury to the membrane, and then it should be recovered as soon as possible. But if you have such a chronic constipation, it's more and more difficult, and then that inflammation of the intestine, and then damage the membrane, causes all kinds of disease. Basically, Carl, I have never known any disease which has nothing to do with constipation. As long as I know, all diseases and every disease has either very direct or at least some indirect relation to the constipation. Autoimmune diseases, Alzheimer, autism, cancer, everything.
Everything. So what you're saying is everything starts in the bowel area.
Exactly. And then people say the bowel area has twice the more neuron than the brain. So 70% of all our nerves which relates to our cognitive function, 70% of all our cognitive function is actually around bowel, around intestines. Of course, we have an important portion in our brain. So intestinal health is that important. So critical, really critical. I cannot emphasize enough there. But
what are some of the what would you say are some of the beginning signs of severe constipation with people?
Okay, let's define what is constipation. We have to define constipation first, right? constipation, people say, even medically, if you do not have the bowel movement 3 consecutive days, then it is defined as constipation. But I think that's a wrong definition. I think right definition, the correct definition of constipation should be the existence of petrified feces, compact feces. So some people have even 10 kilograms, even 20 kilograms in some of our cases of compact feces. They still have regular bowel movement every day. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So because especially in America, even in Asia, this is everybody eats so much sugar, hidden here, hidden there, and then as if that's not enough, they add more sugar. So this sugar and then constipation, compact feces got together, and then they ferment. So it becomes a really sticky, this we call petrified. It became like a stone, and then it's stuck on the wall of intestine. So how much do you have it is should be the correct definition of constipation, not the frequency of bowel movement. That's my argument.
Okay, because some doctors even say you should actually move your bowels twice a day.
Yeah.
Almost after every meal, you should be moving your bowels. Most people are satisfied just moving their bowels once a day.
Yeah, I kind of go to bathroom twice a day. What about you?
Yeah, I'm once, twice a day.
Okay. Yeah. So you're healthy and you're doing a lot of exercise, and so maybe you're blessed as so am I. And so what happened was that let me tell you a story that our flagship product is diabetes product, right?
Yes. There's
And then we became quite famous and well known, and then not this leader of China, the previous leader of China had a serious diabetes, and then he used our product. His brother reported to us, and then he liked our product, so he invited us to China. We were treated at the airport. A motorcade came and they received us, and then we were treated like a state visit, the head of nations.
Now, who is this, Dr. Kim?
I'm not allowed to say, but people know. I'm not. They say that's a secret. I cannot read, but the people can guess just from the information I gave. Yeah. And then he partnered me with the most prestigious university in China, which is Tsinghua University. It's like a Tsinghua University. It's like an MIT, Harvard combined in China. And then they say we are the only company in history that Tsinghua University became the partner. Usually that kind of prestigious university does not partner with any private company like us, right? So we became partners, and the partnership lasted 7 years. And during the time, we developed fantastic products during the time. And in the beginning of our partnership there, at that time, there was a discovery of a Han Dynasty emperor's tomb. They opened Han Dynasty's emperor's tomb. And then it was right away sealed right away, and nobody was allowed to look into the tomb. And then Tsinghua University guys approached us, and then they found something great from the those paraphernalia that goes with the body of the emperor in the coffin. There was a secret formula. There's a secret formula for the imperial family. So I was intrigued, and they said, "Oh, what is it? What is it?" And then they say, "Oh, here's a formula. Basically, it is mostly celery, vegetable celery,
Yep.
plus a little bit of other herbs that has been used as a vermicide. The
Vermicide.
Even up until recently in Asia, we used human excrement as a manure, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so there was a lot of parasite like round worms, so a lot of parasite, right? Tapeworm,
Yes.
all those kind of things.
Yep.
So even imperial family has that problem. So you have to from time to time, those just exterminate those parasites, right? So imperial family used celery, most 90% celery as the vermicide. They're using that to push out the those parasitic worms from the intestine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not known then, because celery is mostly water.
Let me let me keep on telling the story. So we studied this thing, and then we found out that this thing is an ideal solution to the constipation, an ideal solution to this parasite problem. And then the Tsinghua University became really excited, and they say, "Oh, we found ideal vermicide, and then we can push out all the parasite from people." I say, "You foolish!" I told them, "Foolish." These days, even China and even India, they began to use chemical fertilizer. So not many people has vermicide, right? So I told them, we have to develop this into detox. American people have constipation. We have to sell this thing as a detox. And they say, really? And then so we developed this thing as a detox product, and then it became an immediate hit. So this is the product. I will just show you more information there. And then
that's the calamera.
Calimera, yeah. So this detox product became such an instant hit, and so basically people saying is next day they see the difference. So next morning they see some difference in the toilet. I used this thing like not every day, 4 times a year. And the first time when I used this thing,
yeah,
I kind of next day I was hugging the toilet seat all day. I never had a constipation. I had always the bowel movement, very healthy bowel movement. But if you allow me to tell you a joke, some foolish joke, Carl, I found all those coins and keys I lost long time ago.
I'm not even going down that road with you, Dr. Kim. Not even going down that road.
Where they gone, and then I knew where he went.
But Dr. Kim, there's so many stuff out there on the market.
Yeah. Let me come on to that.
All kinds of other stuff. That people are using.
Yeah, but the people's response, is next day, the big, huge bowel movement, and then it's ugly, really ugly, and then color ugly, odor ugly. But
the second day still ugly, and it becomes better. It becomes the color changes, odor changes, and then people's skin changes. It's shining.
Releasing the toxicity.
So the ladies, I really like this because next day the waist size goes like this, 2 to 3 inches next day. People don't believe how much of those compact pieces they have. Some people don't. I'm not saying everybody has.
Yeah.
Some people don't. But before I forget, let me comment. Let me respond to your question. There are 7 or 8 classes of what people do to this constipation issue. Pharmaceutical drugs have a few classes. One is it's called laxative, right? Laxative is basically making the bowel movement smooth. Either adding some lubricant or preventing the absorption of water, all this kind of laxative, and then some has this such as like adding fibers, all those. There are kind of 7 classes of people's solution to constipation. But issue is, in case of Elvis and many others, this kind of so-called solutions to constipation are all habit forming. Okay, so you have to use more and more and more, and at some point it doesn't work. Then it becomes a permanent constipation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm always asking people, what can go wrong with the celery? So I say, we found the extraction technology of the key ingredients of that celery that creates all this health effect, and then we concentrated celery in our patented technology. But if you cannot afford, or if you are not interested in spending money, just eat tons of celery. That will approximate the effect of this product quite satisfactorily. Actually, I'm saying this thing to do harm to our business, but hey, I just want to share this great news.
Yeah. I would have never thought. I know celery is loaded with fiber in water.
Yeah. So the fiber, if we know of many quite respectable those constipation products such as Mutacil. Isn't Mutacil in everybody in the States works? Metamicil.
Metamucil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They are respectable product.
I've used it quite a bit myself.
Yeah. And then there are a few brands, Citrusel, Conceal, Fibercon, Cortol. They are all respectable products, but they rely on one mechanism, one mode of action to create the effect, which is always bad. What we found out in this celery and the small addition of other herbs is, as you just said, that's just water. Yeah. And we still don't know just one mode of action that creates all this effect. But we found out it has a little bit of this mode of action, a little bit of this mode of action. So kind of it covers whole range of the 7 modes of action. That's how you treat people in Asian medicine. In Western medicine, you just create one big knife and no. Asian medicine, Asian medicine, you massage here, you give pressure here, little bit here, and then basically Asian medicine is they invite the disease out of body. They didn't cut the body out of the body. They just in Western medicine, they just open up your belly and take out the disease. No. The basic philosophy of Asian disease is you just talk to the disease first, and then let it run its natural course and just go out of the body. That's how it works. So this is so mild. And then, let's say we are recommending this thing 3 capsules a day. Let's say if somebody takes whole bottle, safe. You just waste your money. Safe. So it's
a 100% food derivative is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, let me share with you one of the most important principle of running my business is all our product should be composed of ingredients which are classified as food in at least 4 countries. Not the medicine. I insist on using food rather than medicine. So some countries this herb is classified as medicine. Some this is food. I insist that all our ingredients must be classified as food in at least 4 countries. So what's inside is all food. So I believe in food can prevent and cure so many things. Then if food work, why do you use medicine? That's my philosophy.
Now the color mirror, is that like a quarterly cleanse that you would do, or is that?
Yeah, that's what I do.
So every 3 months you take the color mirror.
Yeah. Another thing is I travel a lot, right? As of now, I'm in Seoul. When you travel, I suffer a lot of the time difference, jet lag. And you know that our intestine is a wonderful clock. So if I just fix this digestive cycle first, then I suffer less, almost none of this time difference. So because in the morning I have a regular healthy I say explosive bowel movement, then finding all my stationaries.
What a great conversation we're having here.
Then just I can start the day very with a clean hand.
Very lightheaded. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. You know.
Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
It's funny that I cannot continue any conversation about this Calimera without smiles, without. Also, for such a foreigner like myself, I just find it really difficult to find the right vocabulary to describe this human excrement. If I just shout out those easy words, I know that's not really proper. But everybody knows what I'm talking about. I
yes, hope. I think so. Especially when you're talking about explosions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Elvis was actually recommended to have an artificial rectum because on the side of the belly to take it out. But anyhow, another thing I'd like to mention is we recommend using this product before they try any other products of ours. The reason is with so much compact feces in the body, no drug, no dietary supplement, no health food do not work. So once you have so much petrified feces inside your body, you cannot control the diabetes. You cannot control anything, any those critical indicators like high blood pressure, cholesterol. You cannot control because it's so the toxic mountain is there.
It's all toxins inside of you.
Also, one huge misunderstanding people has about probiotics. They take yogurt, they take expensive yogurt, expensive pills. Doesn't work because the gastric acid, the acid inside our stomach is so strong, it's almost impossible to have probiotics go through the stomach through that strong acid. The only way to reforest the intestine with healthy probiotics is if you remove the constipation, then there's an environment which is conducive to the growth of probiotics. That's the only way. So if you create the environment, probiotics grows by itself. You don't need the injection of this heterogeneous probiotics. By the way, hey, we are human, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Some of us.
We're human. And then we need human probiotics. The best is the probiotics from your mother. When you're born, you go through. You are actually clean, no bacteria, nothing, clean, and then sterile, and you go through this channel. At that time, the mother dopes your body with her probiotics. That's how it enters. You should use that rather than cow. Actually, when you say some of us, you keep on using the cow's bacteria for most important function. You eat like a cow. You use the cow's probiotics. Of course, you act like cow. That's logical, no?
So you're talking about drinking milk?
I'm against drinking milk. If you have a choice, I don't think you have. But if you have a choice, you should drink mother's milk. And then after weaning, God created this cycle. After weaning mother's milk, you are supposed to eat hard food. That's written in Bible too. But I drink because I like milk, and I drink a lot of milk. But the philosophically, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But anyhow, the last thing I just mentioned one thing, and then you ask me questions. Many people stay in elderly nursing home, right?
Yes.
And then 99% of them complain, oh, my whole body aches. Here, it aches here, it hurts me here. But more than that, whole body aches. 99% of that whole body ache, whole body pain comes from constipation in one form or another. So when elderly people look for us for any help, I'm sick here, it hurts me here, there's a pain here, we just give this, and then almost 99% of the cases, the pain is gone, the problem is gone. Let me tell you.
Is it a 1 month regimen, Dr. Kim? Is it 1 month regimen that you usually go through when you take the
myself goes through 1 week.
1 week.
Yeah, 1 week, because I'm healthy. And the effect is next day.
Let me tell you,
From time to time, apart from the specific product we talk about, let's talk about other so-called medical philosophy questions, such as, cancer. When a person becomes old, cancer also becomes old. So when young people get cancer, it just spreads so quickly because cancer cells are young too. But when you're advanced in age, your cancer is also old. It doesn't kill you.
Yeah, well, they say everybody's got cancer. It's just whether or not it proliferates in the body.
Also, when a person dies and when they do autopsy, many people have cancer. Cancer is not really kill. Later on, when we talk about cancer, let's discuss this. But what I found is when people reaches that advanced age, their body knows how to survive, how to handle most medical questions, most medical issues. Cancer, it's okay. Other things, it's okay. The only serious, life-hurting, life-threatening, torturing them is constipation. And when people die of natural cause, usually they die. I'm exposed to that kind of nursing home issue very well because I'm involved in nursing home industry in China.
Okay.
When people take care of elderly people in nursing home, the most serious issue is odor and this constipation. So because they cannot solve it, what they do is they just give sleeping pill so that before people complain, you just put to sleep. And next day, even more serious constipation. Hey, okay, here's a painkiller and sleeping pill. Painkiller, sleeping pill. That's how people die at the end. So the whenever there is a complaint or inquiry about the whole body pain and this issue, this health issue, all those medical problems from these elderly people, we just give this thing. And then, okay, use this thing. And if it doesn't work out, let's talk again. But according to our experience, all this whole bunch of problems of elderly people can be solved by this.
Cleaning out the system.
Yeah.
You think about it, the fecal matter carries all the toxins.
Yeah.
All the excrement, it's all the toxins in the body.
Yeah.
If they sit there inside of your intestines, something's got to happen. Especially if they're in there for months.
It just releases toxic matters 24 hours. How can you be healthy with that?
Yeah.
Right? So you eat something nice, it doesn't work. So for before taking any good drugs, any good medications, any good health food, any good dietary supplement, you should do the detox first. But let me mention a couple of other things before we just go. Colon cleansing. People do, right?
Yes, a lot of colon cleansing. Yes,
they do. They use a whole different menu of substance. Some water, some oil, some magnesium, some even coffee. Some even use yogurt.
Yes.
But so many accidents because colon, large intestine, is the most vulnerable, the most soft. It's like a very thin film or made of very thin skin. So if you do that, a lot of punctures happen there.
Yeah.
So you should be really careful when you do this colon cleansing or edema. Even
what about diverticulitis? A lot of people come down with diverticulitis.
let me mention one thing, and then let's go back to your question. All those microscopic test with small cameras that the puncture, the probability of having a puncture, even at that advanced professional, the world's best hospital, is amazingly high. So when they do this interscope, the puncture happens, but because the patients are put to sleep, they just take it out and then do some emergency things. So some if you ask around the doctors who knows this thing, they don't recommend you to do all those tests, because
the colonoscopies.
Yeah, the probability of having a puncture is so high, and the intestine is such a vulnerable, very easy to get damaged, to such a vulnerable organ, and the all this thing happens. That's not right. That's not
They
right.
recommend that over 50 years old.
Yeah.
Start getting colonoscopies.
Later on, when we have a chance, let's discuss what are the, I say, excessive, unnecessary treatment or stuff we do in Western medicine. That is top of the list. That's just once people use that, that patient is kind of a permanent purse from which these doctors can take money every month. Yeah.
Let's get back to the diverticulitis. I really want to know about that, because I've had diverticulitis, and it is painful.
Yeah.
And when I had it, I would actually take and I would try to rub it out.
Yeah.
And sometimes the pain would go away, and a couple times I actually wound up in the hospital because I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
They me up with medication, and
here's the answer. I'm saying this thing from my belief, not from systematic clinical study, but knowing what it is and knowing what our product is. I believe this is the only answer. Try this. And all those kind of minor pains, to which traditionally grandmother's hand was the ideal treatment. Use this. I should have named this product as Grandma's Hand. I'm serious. When you were young, when no matter what, grandma, I don't feel well, the grandma just rubs the with it's gone, right?
My grandmother was like that, both of them. There was always Graham we'd go to.
Yeah. So again, for your partners in business, we'll provide samples, and then when somebody is interested in doing business with these products, please contact you and please contact us. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely, Dr. Kim. Absolutely.
Okay, that's all for today. See you next week.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kim. You have a great day. We'll talk soon.
You too. Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye now.